Why some women opt out of social media? The illusion of connection is suffocating. Society screams that engagement on social media is the only way to belong. Yet, some women reject this notion, carving out their own reality. They refuse to be pawns in a digital game, choosing silence over the noise. This choice is a rebellion, a confrontation with the relentless pressure to conform. While others chase likes and followers, these women navigate a world that thrives on superficial validation. The tension builds as they face judgment, suspicion, and isolation. Their decision becomes a battleground for identity, pitting authenticity against societal expectations. What happens when the majority is blind to the strength in solitude? The threat looms larger, a future where genuine connection is lost, replaced by curated facades. The question remains, are you part of the unseen majority, or will you continue to drown in the digital tide? The freedom in disconnection, embracing offline life. Stepping away from social media isn't just a choice, it's a rebellion. While the world buzzes with constant updates, those who disconnect find themselves in a silence that screams. This silence isn't loneliness, it's liberation. But society screams back, labeling them as outcasts, as if freedom is a crime. The pressure mounts. Friends question their choices. Family raises eyebrows. They see a void where connection should be. But what if that void is a sanctuary? A space to breathe, to think, to exist without the relentless noise? Yet, the threat looms larger. The deeper one dives into this freedom, the more isolated they become. The fear of missing out becomes a shadow, whispering doubts. As the world spins faster, the choice to remain still feels more dangerous. Are they truly free or just lost? The line blurs and the stakes rise. Embrace the disconnection, but at what cost? Different strokes. Understanding varied social needs. Women who don't use social media are not just opting out. They're rejecting a world that demands constant connection. This choice ignites a psychological conflict. Society screams for engagement, yet these women find solace in silence. They navigate a landscape where their absence is questioned, where their identity is scrutinized. The pressure mounts. Are they missing out on community? Or are they escaping a superficiality that suffocates authentic connection? Each day, they face the looming threat of isolation, judged by those who equate presence with value. As they carve out their own spaces, the stakes rise. The world pushes back, demanding conformity. The deeper they delve into their own needs, the more they confront the discomfort of being different. This isn't just a choice, it's a declaration. In a society that thrives on visibility, what does it mean to exist in the shadows? The question lingers, and the threat of being unseen grows heavier. The sensory overload. Why some women find social media exhausting? Social media suffocates. The constant barrage of notifications, images, and opinions creates a cacophony that overwhelms the senses. For many women, the desire to connect clashes violently with the oppressive noise of digital life. They feel the weight of expectation to engage, yet each scroll deepens their anxiety. This tension spirals. The more they try to fit in, the more they realize they're drowning in a sea of Every post feels like a demand, every comment a potential conflict. The digital world becomes a relentless source of stress, pushing them further into isolation. The implications are stark. As they withdraw, they confront a chilling truth. The very platforms designed for connection become instruments of alienation. The future looms dark. The longer they resist, the more they risk being labeled as outcasts. In a world obsessed with validation, can they truly exist outside the digital realm? Locus of control, the illusion of digital freedom. Women who don't use social media are often dismissed as outliers, but they hold a power that others crave. This isn't just about avoiding platforms. It's a rebellion against the relentless need for external validation. The internal struggle is palpable. Do they seek approval or embrace autonomy? The tension escalates as societal pressure mounts. Friends post their lives, and the noise grows louder. The fear of missing out gnaws at the edges of their resolve. Each day, without a digital presence, feels like a tightening noose. Are they truly free, or are they merely hiding? The stakes rise as the world demands participation. The longer they resist, the more isolated they become. The threat looms larger. Will they eventually succumb to the pressure? Or will their silence become a statement? The choice between connection and independence is not just personal. It's a reflection of identity. What will you choose when the walls close in? The myth of FOMO, redefining social engagement. FOMO is a lie. It's a trap designed to keep you glued to your screen, chasing hollow connections. Those who don't engage in social media expose this illusion. They see the frenzy, the superficiality, and they refuse to participate. This creates a chasm. On one side, the frantic search for validation through likes and shares. On the other, a stark reality where genuine engagement is sacrificed for fleeting attention. This tension escalates. As society clamors for constant connectivity, those outside the digital realm become targets of scorn. They're labeled as disconnected, but they're the ones who see through the facade. The pressure mounts. What does it mean to belong in a world that equates worth with online presence? The threat looms larger. As social media continues to dictate norms, the divide deepens. Are you truly connected or just another pawn in a game of digital validation? The choice is yours, but the consequences are inescapable. Cultural narratives, the pressure to conform. Society screams for connection. Social media is the lifeline, the pulse of modern existence. But what about those who refuse to engage? They stand apart, defying the cultural narrative. This isn't just a choice, it's a confrontation with identity. The pressure mounts. Friends question, family judge. The silent whispers of "why aren't you online?" echo relentlessly. This conflict intensifies. The fear of being labeled an outsider gnaws at the edges of their resolve. Each day spent offline feels like a rebellion against an unyielding tide. The stakes rise. The isolation deepens. The world spins faster, and they risk being left behind. Unseen, unheard. What does it mean to reject the norm? To choose solitude over the cacophony of likes and shares? The implications are stark. Either they cling to their individuality or surrender to the relentless demand for conformity. The choice looms, and the threat of invisibility grows ever closer. The power of authenticity. Finding real connections. Women who avoid social media understand something unsettling. They see the curated lives online, the fake smiles, and the endless validation. It's a fuck day. They crave authenticity. Yet society pushes them into a digital arena where real connections suffocate under layers of filters and likes. As they navigate a world obsessed with online personas, they feel the pressure to conform. The tension builds. Their friends share every mundane detail, while they remain silent, feeling the weight of judgment. They know that real relationships demand vulnerability, yet the fear of exposure looms large. In this isolation, they confront a chilling truth. The deeper the disconnection from the digital world, the more they question their own worth. Are they missing out, or are they simply rejecting a hollow existence? The implications are stark. In a society that equates visibility with value, their choice becomes a radical act of defiance. What does that say about you? The loneliness paradox. Finding solitude in a connected world. Loneliness thrives in a world saturated with digital noise. Women who reject social media stand apart, not out of ignorance, but from a chilling awareness. They see the hollow exchanges, the curated lives, and the insatiable need for validation. While others scroll endlessly, they confront a stark reality. Connection is a facade. This choice isolates them, but it also sharpens their perception. They witness the frantic dance of likes and shares, the desperate clamor for attention. Each notification rings hollow, a reminder of the emptiness lurking beneath the surface. They feel the weight of societal expectation pressing down, a relentless push to conform. Yet, as they embrace solitude, a darker truth emerges. In their detachment, they become invisible, a ghost in a sea of vibrant profiles. The world moves on, leaving them behind. Will they remain silent witnesses to a reality they refuse to accept, or will they confront the chilling truth of their own existence? Embracing isolation, the decision to withdraw. Women who reject social media stand apart. They defy the noise, the validation, the endless scroll. This choice isn't just about privacy. It's a rejection of societal pressure. They don't crave likes or followers. They see through the facade. But this detachment breeds conflict. Friends question their choices. Family members express concern. The world pushes them to conform, to engage, to belong. Yet, in this isolation, they find clarity. They confront the discomfort of being different. They grapple with the weight of judgment. Each day, the pressure mounts, forcing them to either defend their stance or succumb to the collective frenzy. The future looms ominously. Will they remain steadfast, or will the relentless tide of social media pull them in? The threat of losing their identity grows sharper. They must choose, embrace the chaos, or hold on to their individuality. The choice is theirs, but the consequences are inevitable.